remembering when. I'm an amateur. I'm going to make a few mistakes here and there, but I know you're such a kind audience, and you will forgive me. And so, this is a classical guitar. What makes it a classical guitar is it's really light. I like that. I used to be, playing electric guitar. It's just really heavy, nice and light. A classical guitar has nylon strings, so you get a more warmer feeling from it when you play. I also love the touch of it, rather than steel string guitars. And so I'm not classically trained like Judith, okay? I mean, she's in a whole different league than I am. I was just some guy that as I got older, I wanted to play the guitar, but I didn't want to join a band and do all of those kind of things. So I decided to become a soloist. And a soloist is a finger picker. So I'm not using a flat pick. What I'm doing is I'm using my thumb and these three fingers. I don't use that one there. These three fingers. Now, you need really strong, good nails to be a finger picker. I don't have them. I have the weakest nails known to man. In fact, there was a time when I was going to quit playing, but I ran into a female guitarist. He said, "Oh, go to the nail shop.
That's right.
Hell, get acrylic nails."
That's right.
So there I am. I get half price when I go. Do you want? No. Do you want? No. So that's the deal. So as a soloist, let me tell you what I'm trying to accomplish. Why did I choose to be a soloist? Not a socialist, a soloist, because it's really pretty complicated. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to play the lead, I'm trying to play the chords and bass. I'm trying to put it all together. Just to give you an example on this last piece that I played, the melody itself is just simply this. Okay? Now, I'm going to put it all together and go. So I'm playing a chord, I'm playing the melody, chord, melody, chord, and then bass, bass. So I'm putting it all together. Bass. I get so damn nervous playing because there's so many opportunities to screw it up. But anyway, moving along here. This next piece is a serious piece. You may think it's sad, in some ways it is, but for me it always felt kind of spiritual. The name of this piece is called June Says Goodbye to December. June was my mother-in-law, Coral's mother, and we used to go to Pittsburgh every on the holidays to spend the holidays with family. And in 2004, she was in the hospital and she was dying. And unfortunately, she died while we were there. But I had the opportunity and the honor to play at her funeral. And at that time, I had created this piece, but I hadn't titled it yet. And I went, wow, I think this could fit really nicely. And so this one is June Says Goodbye to December. Goodbye, June. Ooh.
Lovely.
Thank you. Okay, moving along here. Okay, so I'll play something fun now. When I'm creating something, I usually get images in my mind, and that helps me title the piece. This one's kind of fast, and it reminds me of a cross-country runners. And you know how the end where they finally get to the finish line and they're like, oh, they're so exhausted. I like to think that I portray that on the guitar at the end. But the name of this piece is called Get to the Finish Line. It's really quite different than all my other pieces. By the way, I call this not songs. Songs are with words, right, Judith? When it's an instrumental, it's a piece. So here we go. There you go. Get to the finish line. All right, so far these are all been original compositions. This next piece is actually one that you'll probably recognize. It's an old Russian folk tune called Dark Eyes. And yeah, it's been around for a long time. There's been a lot of renditions of it. In fact, if you got on YouTube and put in Vito Simplicio Revelators, you'll see that I have my own rendition of it when I was around 15 years old. But anyway, it's one that I created for the classical guitar, so it sounds kind of different. Nylon strings need to be tuned on a regular basis. So it's Russian, so I'll try to give it some passion. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, thank you. This part here, thank you. This part here, I picture little guys about my size running out and the costume. If I could afford it, I'd have them come out and they'd have to go away and then come back again. So. All right, moving along here. Oh, by the way, so the creative process. It's so weird. Here I am, I'm like in my middle 50s, I've decided to start playing again, and I had no intentions of ever creating my own music. And it just, I was doing a little ditty, and I came up with something, and I said, gee, I wonder where I can take this from here. And actually, so much of my music has been created by my fingers just sort of going someplace. It's really amazing. It's like I'll get into a state where I'll just sit there and I'll just sort of do something, and I'll say, gee, that sounds good. right now, here's one of my ditties, and I haven't created it yet. That's all I have. So what ended up happening? What's that?
No beginning, no end.
Yeah. So what ended up happening?
Fourths are good. Fourths are good.
What's that?
Fourths are good.
Yeah.
You went to the subdominant.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's the other thing too is talking about different type of guitar players. You have your classical guitar players. They just simply read music and they don't know music theory that well. Okay, jazz guitarists really know music theory a lot. I don't. I don't know a lot of the chords I'm playing. It just sounds good. But anyway, when I ended this last piece by, and I went like this, and I went, gosh, I like that. Nothing too fancy about it. It's only an A minor, okay? But it sounds so nice there. I remember going, yeah, it sounds so nice. Here's what it sounds like here. It's A minors are usually sadder songs, romantic, it's like, here it is here. So I went, maybe I could do something with this. What should I do? I don't know, I just went. Whoa. That felt good. So, oh man, okay. What do I do next? Oh yeah. I'm on a roll. And I went, all right, well that sounds pretty good. What next? Where should I go? Well, I'm pretty far up on the neck. Okay, so I'm not going to go up here too much. And it kind of sounded like an intro. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go down and maybe kind of repeat the same melody line and see where it goes from there. So here's what I end up coming up with. But the amazing thing is that when I went down here, I'll be damned if it didn't turn into a tango. I had no idea it was going to be a tango. Just suddenly my fingers going, hey Vito, let's do a tango. By the way, when I play, you see me concentrating always over here. I tell this guy here, I say, look, you're on your own, bud. I have no idea what it's doing. I seriously don't. Classical guitarists know exactly what they're doing. I don't. But anyway, so I went, okay, well, let's see what I can do. So here's what it turned out to be. By the way, this is called Keep Love in Your Heart. I dedicated it to our niece and nephew at their wedding. I was able to play at their wedding. So keep love in your heart. You know, if you do, things will turn out okay. Here we go. You ready to tango?
Yeah. I love it.
Whoops. So thank you so much. So one of the things that is, I could practice this stuff and think I'm the hottest thing alive at home. But when you play in front of people, it's a whole different deal. And I just need to do more of that so I can settle down. Hey, moving along. This is a standard tuning. Okay, doesn't sound too good unless you like. It's been a hard day. Yeah, that's about it. The only time I've ever heard it. Okay, so that's standard tuning. There is something called alternate tuning. And you could do it with a string instrument, okay, especially guitar. And so what happens is you got some guitarists that will sit here and they'll change the pitch so that it sounds like a chord, and then they just do all these exotic things. Okay. At the top of that list, Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh my God, an angelic voice, poetry in her words, and what she did with alternate tuning, no one has ever touched it. And when she puts that together, it's pure magic.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to do a more common alternate tuning. I'm going to take this lowest note on my guitar, which is an E, and I'm going to drop it down. D. I'm almost there. Is. That's a drop down D. Now, what I like about the drop down D is it takes the music and it just fills out the bottom of the piece, and it just sounds so strong and so rich. So, give you an example. This is a simple D chord, and this is what it sounds like with the drop down D. Dude. Okay, so that's 2007. I'm the vice president of sales for Centex Homes here in Phoenix. 2007 was a bad year,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It was a bad time to be a VP of sales because prices plummeted, and we were laying people off left and right. I mean, it was just really a real bad time, and it was pretty stressful. It was definitely stressful. And I remember one late summer day, I was feeling really stressed. I said, I got to get out of this office. So we had a balcony on the second floor. So I stepped out to the balcony. I looked to the east, and there were the McDowell Mountains. It was a pretty day. There was a nice breeze. And I thought, okay, I'm going to take some nice deep breaths. So taking these nice deep breaths, and it hit me. Fall was in the air. You know that first sense that you get when you can smell the fall in the air? Yeah, well, I had that. And it inspired me to create this next piece called Caressing the Fall Breeze. After I finish this piece, remind me to retune the guitar, because I'll undoubtedly screw that up too. All right, I'm going to start over again.
But it's closing time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna close the library on us, and we don't wanna spend the night here. There's a lot to read, but we really don't wanna spend the night here.
All right. Should we end it or one more or what?
One more,
right.
and then
We'll call it up. We'll call it.
we'll carry it home. We wanna give people time to.
Remember to come hear him on Saturday as the artist.
Yeah, yeah.
The
You
slam.
bet, you bet. Yeah, and he remembered to retune it.
Yeah.
Right, retune. Up a step.
Okay, so when you're married to a guitar player that practices all the time, you know, you just listen to him practice. And I noticed that Coral, when I would play this particular piece, she would say, "Gee, clap." Yeah, I thought, well, she really likes this piece. I haven't named it yet. I know what I'll do. I'll name it Coral Dawn, because that's her first and middle name. And I also had named a street after her in Tampa, Coral Dawn Court. When I was VP of sales down in Tampa, I was asked by the city to come up with some names, and I gave them 10 names, and they chose Coral Dawn Court. So she's going down in history. Yeah. But anyway, here's a I think a beautiful piece for a beautiful woman. you. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.